what were some of the reasons that you guys had for why you thought the video was successful in getting these kids to not handle the firearm, not pull the trigger, or at least reduce the number who did?
So one of the primary reasons is we had a 1-minute video, and we know that children have a short attention span. And so having a very short video was intentional so that they would actually pay attention to the whole video that we were recording. Another reason is that we had a police officer in full uniform, and we know that children in this age range view police officer in full uniform as more authoritarian than others, and they are more likely, therefore, to listen to what they are saying. And so by choosing a short video with a person that the children would see as an authority figure, we were hoping that they would pay more attention.
Okay. So you think that having the Ohio State police chief as the person to deliver the message in uniform gave the kids a sense of that they were authoritative in what they were saying, and that they should pay attention and listen to what the officer had to say? Yes.
It made the message come across as more important than if it was presented to them by maybe their parents. But we did not compare parents to police officers. So we only know based on this video, and prior research would need to focus on different people delivering the message.
Right. Yeah. Because obviously you just did the one video, and I'm sure you'd want to see more research in this area to see, maybe test out different strategies for videos. Because I know you guys in the paper mentioned, because I think one of the obvious things that comes up from this study, one of the sort of obvious points, is that there is a national program that has a gun safety video for children. It's from the National Rifle Association, right? It's called Eddie Eagle. And obviously the NRA reacted to your study by promoting their Eddie Eagle program, saying that, it's a similar situation. And so it's evidence that their approach is potentially helpful, right? And I think they claim to have reached something like 30 million children with their program. And as far as I'm aware, it's the only national program of its type that is, something in the vein of what you guys did in this case. However, you did talk about the Eddie Eagle program briefly in your study, and you did have a critique based on this. Eddie Eagle is a cartoon character, and so it's a little eagle, obviously. And you think perhaps it could be more effective using your method of having someone in uniform deliver the message. Am I getting that right?
Yes. So prior research, not our research from our lab, has shown that the effects of the Eddie Eagle video is not sufficient. It doesn't really work. And so based on that and finding that our video really works, we recommend probably changing the video from having a cartoon to having a police officer in uniform.
Okay. So that's perhaps something that the NRA or other groups who are looking to replicate this sort of effect that you guys found should consider doing, basically?
Yes. I mean, they could consider changing their videos. I know that this is also more of a schooling video that is a longer video where kids watch several videos oftentimes with Eddie Eagle. And so the differences between the videos indicates that our video works better.
Okay. Although you obviously didn't study that directly, because you didn't show the kids the Eddie Eagle videos.
No,
but
we're only basing it on prior research showing that Eddie Eagle videos don't work.
Okay. So that's based on other research that you weren't involved in, but and this study, just to be totally clear, did not compare Eddie Eagle to the Ohio State University video or police chief video. It just you're just basing that off of what you think worked in your video, basically.
Yes, we're only talking about why we think our videos worked compared to why other research has said that other forms of delivering a safety message doesn't work.
Okay. Because there's also, I guess, the factor of the age groups involved. Because Eddie Eagle, to me, I'm not sure exactly. I mean, I guess they're trying to hit a wide swath of children, perhaps starting younger than 8 years old, and maybe that's why they went with the cartoon character instead of a police officer. But your study focuses specifically on that 8 to 12-year-old, which is a little more mature age group, obviously, and so I wonder if there's perhaps an effect there as well. But that stuff, I guess, need to be ferreted out in future research because their study doesn't directly address all of those questions, obviously.
Yeah, we will need to test other age range to see if the effect is persistent across age groups.
Right. And test different methods perhaps as well to see what works best. But I guess it is certainly evidence that this type of approach can be effective. Whether or not the previous study, I don't know, we'd have to look and examine that study and see what the deficiencies and strengths of it were. But the general approach seems viable based on what you guys found.
Yes. I mean, The prior study had compared more educational, so more schooling, educational purposes with Eddie Eagle. They didn't compare safety videos. And so the effects might be there depending on what sample you choose, where in the country you're testing this. And I cannot speak to the effectiveness of Eddie Eagle. I can only say that prior research has shown that it isn't as effective, and our research shows that our method is effective.